the sun's come out, so the idiots have started to play. The man downstairs cutting the lawn with a saw, and the idiot upstairs is scraping the floor. That's why I couldn't wait for long. Apologies if there's any stupid noises. It's June. It's the King's birthday, so trimming colour, so forth, and the not King in that place that was once America. So it's June, and this is my Christmas present. Granted, this video is not going to come out till August, so I have got to do this. I'm going to put this together without instructions. So where the hell all these bits go? It's a bit of a backlog on posting one video a week. I don't want to up it because then I won't have enough content for 2 a week. Okay. Okay, we're doing this on the first person view. I'm using super glue because the plastic glue does not work with 3D printed models. I've come to a conclusion. I have pliers, sandpaper, and lots of little bits. How far do you go down on cutting these down? Maybe I need a photo. But let's get a layout of the pieces that I know. Don't suppose you really need that bit. I have a picture, so that is what it looks like. So I'm going to keep that on there because I'm assuming that's the bottom. Although, does it go like, I think it goes like that, in which case it won't fit together, so the skirt's got to go that way. Right, that means I've got to cut that off. Assume that goes into there. So now there's a nodule there. Why is there a nodule? And that's very definitely been cut, so didn't need that bit. Okay, I'm keeping that there. That's got to come off because there's a block. Really do have to get some good sandpaper. Look at this. No, what I'm working with. We're going to leave them on there for the time being until we can work out where the hell they go. That's a sword. I'm trying to look on this. It goes that way. It's really hard to tell. Literally got one picture and no one takes a picture side on. It goes in there and that goes like that. Then that goes like that. So where are you gone? There. She's pretty.
You're pretty. You're pretty. Yep.
Arm. Slots in there like that. That's easy enough. And then okay, that's like that. And the hand goes like that with the hand. Okay, so that's that. That's one half. Cape goes on there like so. The arm then falls off. And then we have hand and arm and cape. Okay, we're going to put this together. On fatality. The cloak broke. We're going to come back to the cloak. It wasn't going in, the thing wouldn't fit together. I try to fit these things and then put it together and it doesn't go together again. It goes like that, doesn't it? Yeah, look, you can see it's meant to go like that. Don't know how much of that is excess to the model. Okay. It goes that way around. No. So that fits in there. If that fits in there, that's the arm plate. I've forgotten what it's called at the moment. Right, I can glue that in because I know that goes there. Not liking that, it seems to stick out too much. Assuming that's that. You okay, Pupwitch? You okay? Like that. I assume that goes in there like that, which means that this has got to come off. This, I've glued that one on there. This one's going on here. Cutting the very tip of this off, and I'm cutting the nodule off, and then putting that. I would assume that goes in there. That goes in there, which is side on. That goes like that. I'm still confused by that goes on there, like so. Perfect fit, doesn't even need moving. That must go, there's that and that. I'm not sure which one goes on which. One further over than the other. Where the hell does this go? There's no hole for this. The only hole is that. There's no one going like that. I'm confused. Okay, I've looked up lots of versions. There's no big pictures of it. The only thing I can find is this goes here, but there's no hole. And it's not, it can't go underneath because that's too close a fit. So I think this is a variation. I'll do something like that. I don't want to bend it too much because it's going to snap. It can only go in there. That's going to snap if I do that. You have to pop it in like that. Right, dollop some glue in and then push it in. So that had to go on first. Splitting now, look, see? Okay, after a fair bit of deliberation, I'm gonna put some glue in there, in that hole, and wedge this into here, underneath that. And it snapped. It snapped it. No, it's torn it. Look. Oh, I hate super glue. Have I mentioned it? Today? I haven't today. That is very definitely not meant to be like that because it's sticking out. So if I stick that, I'll take this off. Shit. That's coming apart. That's split. This piece, I'm going to have a variation on it because I don't know where it goes and it seems to be spare and there seems to be a gap there. So I have to make it different somehow, don't I? Somehow don't think that's right. But it doesn't show up anywhere on any of these pictures. Okay, there's a flower there, which is hanging off the belts. Okay, I'm kind of making stuff up now. There's also, I'm assuming this is the crossguard. From the fact it's just snapped off there. This doesn't have a crossguard, it's a katana. I just thought of that. Are there any holes anywhere? No. This goes in there like that. Just above the hand. So it goes like that. I've got the sword in. I've got to get, okay. Brush is complete. I haven't thought about painting this. Be a problem. I don't know, there's a few bits missing and the cloak's still got to go on. Oh, I'll just click there. I'm stuck, I'm stuck, I'm stuck. Ow, 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 ow. Sit, wait, and get stuck to it again. I don't even have a clue what they could be. What the hell can they be? I wouldn't even know how you'd even go about putting them on. That nodule's not going to help. There. It only took about 6 minutes to do it, but I got it on there. It's not meant to be there, but it is there because that's how she pulls her cloak over. I am not sticking them on there. I'm sorry. She doesn't need them. Right, there we go. It's only taken like an hour, I think. The sword is bent. I've got no way of knowing how she's ever going to stand up because how is it ever going to stand up? The sword definitely doesn't have a tip on the end. So we are here. I'm going to block in what I know, which is basically her clothes are red and the cloak. I'm not sure. I think her cloak's going to be gold. Might be purple. And then we'll worry about the armour, and her hair's going to be blonde. I know she's supposed to be dark, and everyone's going to be like, oh, she's Chinese, so her hair's going to be black. The reason Tora bought this is that there is a character in one of my books, in my book, The Fantasy Dagger, which I'm trying to get published because I spent a very long time on it, and I want to publish it. I want to do it myself. I want someone else to do it for me because I think they'll get better distribution, and I'm not very good at marketing, as you can tell. So, character is Princess. Yeah, she's very definitely blonde. This is a bit too vibrant. I think we need to make her a little bit more of a blondie blonde, sort of Scandinavian blonde. I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. So, in breaking with, this should be a black-haired Chinese girl, I'm aware, but it's my model, so I'm going to paint her blonde. In here is problematic. There, we have a blonde Mulan, but she's not. She's truth. Yeah, I'm not very good at. That's something I've never done before. I haven't done the eyes yet. So we here are determined that I'm gonna paint the armour word bearer red and then dry brush. Very good. It's kind of got a bit of a splattering of blood on her, but a smear on her face. No point trying to show you me painting it because my hand was shaking so much and it was all in the way, but I've painted that, painted the handle, painted her face, and I've lacquered the sword. It's been a week. It's been about a week. I didn't have any silver paint and then I didn't have any time to do any more, but she is there. I need to work on her skin. Get the super duper strong close-up glasses. I need some tone to her skin because her skin's rather dull. First, this dry brush the armour. Tone this down a bit, make it a bit grayer. Really need a thicker white, but the amount of paint I've used for that one model. Right, how do I stick that on there? Sword is causing a problem here. Let's get that to stay on there. Chip that corner away. Let's try this. Does that fit? Go in that corner. Does that tiny little groove? So, fingers are sticking together. I hate super glue. Why does super glue only stick to your fingers? There we go. There is my truth. This can be put on the cover of the book, I think. I'm quite pleased with this. I think this is quite pretty. And I managed to make her stand up. So she's quite cool. I think that's really lovely. It took a while to get around to doing it. And it was a bit difficult to do with no instructions. But we got there in the end. So if you find yourself in possession of this figure and you want to paint it to look like Mulan, then at least you now may have some idea of how to put it together, because there are no instructions. Hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and so forth. You know, I'm not pushing you to like these videos and subscribe and whatever, but if you are watching them and you're not subscribed, well, and you've seen more than one, maybe you should think about it. We're stuck on a non-existent number of 10. I will be back next time with something else. There's a myriad of figures and statues and stuff to be put together. So role-playing related, figure related, anime, games, you know, that sort of stuff, this sort of stuff. If you like it, come back. We'll do something different. Until then, bye.